Hey guys, it's Cody back here with another video. Tonight I'm doing something in this video that I haven't done in God knows how long. I'm going to be showing you guys my wrestling autograph collection in its entirety. In my collection I have figures, 8x10s, trading cards, index cards, posters, a program, my WWE encyclopedias, comic books, and God knows what else. So I'm going to start off with this monstrosity of figures I have. I got Bradshaw signed in blue Sharpie, Dax Harwood from AEW, Thunder Rosa, Stu Grayson, Cesaro, Sergeant Slaughter, John Morrison, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Kevin Nash, Luke Gallows, Nia Jax, Natalia, Jake the Snake Roberts, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Jimmy Hart, Ryback over there in the corner. Real quick, I have some signed prints of Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Pentagon Jr., Dean Ambrose, and John Cena. Up top here, I have signed Funkos of Sting and Lex Luger, the FYE exclusive 2-pack, Zack Ryder, Fall Convention exclusive, Chris Jericho, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Charlotte Flair, the Iron Sheik, which is probably one of my favorite ones in my collection because Sheik was one of my favorites, Kane, Mick Foley, Kurt Angle, and Sergeant Slaughter. There's a signed figure of Justin Credible. Got a Kane Legends Series 16 Elite signed in red paint pen. Got a NCWA event poster from Saturday, December 13th, 2014. It is signed by Steve Corino, Buff Bagwell, Kevin Sullivan, Shane Douglas, and Cody Hall. Got a signed Kurt Angle plaque. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat Elite, Ember Moon Basic, Hornswoggle. Starting from the top here, we have Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Summer Rae. That was the one and only figure WWE ever put out of Summer Rae, unfortunately. Dolph Ziggler, Becky Lynch, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, TJ Perkins, Booker T. Booker T is always a cool guy to meet. Justin Gabriel, Ricky Steamboat Basic, Drew McIntyre Basic, Paul Orndorff, Sheamus, Rob Van Dam, Christian, Tyson Kidd, Emma, Kid Cash, Johnny Nitro, Kevin Thorne, Jillian, Melina, Evan Bourne, Katie Lee Burchell, Ariel, Victoria, MVP, Sergeant Slaughter Basic, Cody Rhodes, Tito Santana, Charlotte Flair, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash 2-pack, Mean Gene Okerlund, Mustafa Ali, Harley Race, Ron Simmons, DDP, Chris Masters, Dean Malenko, Road Warrior Animal, Sabu, The Barbarian, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Anna Jay, The Big Show, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Eric Rowan, Bray Wyatt, Smash, Axe, Candice Michelle, Bret Hart, Kane, and then coming over here to my other wall, I have Brian Knobbs, Bubba Ray Dudley, Ken Shamrock, D'Lo Brown, Tugboat, Magnum TA, The Warlord, Stevie Ray, Mankind, Terry Funk, who doesn't even do signings anymore, Lita, The Boogeyman, Brutus Beefcake, Rhino, Jack Swagger, Ty Dillinger, Magnus, Angelina Love, Rob Terry, Chavo Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Crimson, Mr. Anderson, Cowboy Bob Orton, Jay Lethal, Taya Valkyrie, Rich Swann, Kelly Kelly, Lillian Garcia, David Hart Smith, Vicky Guerrero, Austin Aries, Mike Kanellis, Layla, Red Velvet, Braun Strowman, Matt Hardy, Billy Kay, Buddy Murphy, IRS, Tatanka, Alundra Blaze, Chelsea Green, Fandango, Kurt Angle, Wendy Richter, Jacqueline, Ruby Riott, Mickey James, and then I have a few more over here as well. Got Scarlett Bordeaux Elite, Trish Stratus, Bronson Reed, Chris Statlander, Nyla Rose, Karrion Kross, Scarlet Basic, Scorpio Sky, Farouk, Paige, Molly Holly, Pentagon Jr., Jerry the King Lawler, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Tony Storm, Mia Yim, Bo Dallas, The Ascension, Ted DiBiase Jr., Heath Slater, and Jerry the King Lawler. I have signed 8x10s. That one was made out to my dad. That was the first wrestler I ever met in person, was Ric Flair. That was at an autograph signing at the Walmart in Clayton, North Carolina. And then there's Greg the Hammer Valentine. Now to move on to this monstrosity of stuff I have on my bedroom floor here. So first, I'm going to show you guys my trading cards, because this is going to take up a big portion of this video. I'll show this binder first. I got Beth Phoenix, Mickey James, Molly Holly, Maria Kanellis, Charlotte Flair, Tracy Brooks, Sasha Banks, Eva Marie, Brie Bella, Tiffany, Cameron, Karma, Nikki Bella, Angelina Love, Mandy Rose, Christy Hemme, JoJo, Peyton Royce, Dixie Carter, Billy Kay. That's a Billy Kay in person. I also have a certified auto of Billy Kay, and I have an in-person of Billy Kay as well. Miss Tessmacher, Alicia Fox, Cameron, that's a better looking Cameron, Jacqueline, Victoria, Natalia, signed in person, Nia Jax, Awesome Kong, Alexa Bliss, Summer Rae, Dasha Fuentes, Madison Rain, certified, SoCal Val, certified, Becky Lynch, Renee Young, signed kiss card, Ruby Riott through the mail, Dasha Fuentes through the mail, Ivory, Madison Rain in person, Caitlyn, signed in blue, Kimberly as Abby Lath, Aaliyah, numbered 6 out of 10, Alundra Blaze, Eve Torres, Dana Brooke, Lana, signed kiss card. I'll be meeting Lana this November at WrestleCade in Winston-Salem. Paige, Serena Deeb, there's a better Dasha through the mail. Dana Brooke through the mail. Naomi, Trish Stratus, Carmella, Tamina, Dana Brooke, signed kiss card. Lauren, Sasha Banks, autograph and shirt relic. ODB, Melina, Lita, Lacey Evans through the mail, Eve Torres through the mail, Taylor Wilde, Bailey, Dakota Kai, Velvet Sky, Shayna Baszler, Ty Conti, Charlie Caruso, Candice LeRae, Daphne, Bianca Belair, Vanessa Bourne, Emma, Maurice, Lita certified, Natalia certified, Summer Rae certified, Sonya Deville. I actually PC Sonya Deville a lot. Nia Jax certified, Carmella certified, another Candice LeRae, Sarah Logan, now known as Valhalla with the Viking Raiders, Summer Rae in person, Alundra Blaze in person, Jessie Camilla, Leilani Kai, Renee Young certified, Chelsea Green through the mail, Dana Brooke through the mail, Lillian Garcia, Kelly, Billie Kay certified, another Beth Phoenix, Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, Mia Yim through the mail, Wendy Richter, Brie Bella certified, Deonna Purrazzo certified, Ember Moon certified. I do have an Ember Moon I got done in person as well. Lacey Evans, Mia Yim certified, Lana certified, Vicky Guerrero in person, Chelsea Green certified, Christy Hemme certified, Maria Kanellis certified, Zelina Vega certified, Marina Shafir, Sonya Deville, Natty, Carmella, Naomi, Summer Rae autograph and shirt relic, Becky Lynch certified, Io Shirai certified, Alicia Fox certified, Ruby Riott certified, Melina through the mail, Gail Kim in person, Layla in person, Natalia, Winter and Angelina Love dual auto, Tara and Madison Rayne dual auto, Shayna Baszler, Tamina, Asuka, Maria Kanellis in person, Deonna Purrazzo in person, Lacey Von Erich in person, Terry Runnels, Gail Kim and Velvet Sky dual auto, Nikki Cross, Rhea Ripley, Melina in person, Tara in person, Billie Kay in person, Piper Niven certified, formerly known as Dewdrop, Jessamine Duke certified, Sonya Deville certified, Victoria certified, Wendy Richter in person, Bianca Belair 9 out of 25, Peyton Royce in person, Gail Kim in person, Candice Michelle, Indy Hartwell, Raquel Rodriguez as Raquel Gonzalez, Tori Wilson, Scarlett Bordeaux, Casey Catanzaro, Kaylee Ray, Ember Moon in person, Cora Jade, Toni Storm, pardon the language in the background, guys, that's not my fault, Raquel Gonzalez, Oksana, Candice LeRae, Terry Runnels as Marlena and Terry Runnels, Anna Jay, Mickie James in person, Sonya Deville in person, Natty in person, Kaylee Ray through the mail, Renee Young, Natalia autograph and shirt relic, Frankie Monet certified auto, aka Taya Valkyrie, Abaddon, Raquel Rodriguez signed on a Raquel Gonzalez card, Ruby Riott in person, Zoe Stark through the mail, Eve Torres, Zelina Vega, Charlie Caruso, Shotzi, Toni Storm certed, Mia Yim certed, Xia Li, Cherry, Summer Rae, this is from last year at WrestleCade, Mandy Rose certified, Wendy Chu, Amari Miller, Persia Parada, Nikita Lyons, Sonya Deville, Frankie Monet in person, Molly Holly in person, Summer Rae in person, another Amari Miller, Kaden Carter, Ember Moon, Penelope Ford, Tamina autograph and shirt relic, Molly Holly certified auto, Ivy Nile, Michelle McCool, Valentina Feroz, Raquel Gonzalez, another Ivy Nile, Amal, Alicia Fox, Ulyssa Leone, Nia Jax autograph and dual relic, Alicia Fox autograph and shirt relic, Shayna Baszler, Lash Legend, Amelia McKenzie, Mia Yim, Katrina Cortez, Red Velvet, Blair Davenport, Awesome Kong, Sonya Deville autograph and shirt, Lana numbered 10 out of 50, Molly Holly, Beth Phoenix, Sarah Schreiber, Alicia Fox, Sojourner Bolt, Selena's, Leilani Kai, Raisha Saeed, Charmel, Wendy Chu, Hector Guerrero, Tegan Knox, Jesse Camilla, Justin Gabriel, Darren Young, Jeremy Borash, Tensai, Coco Beware, Ric Flair, Kofi Kingston, Rob Terry, Dash Wilder, Jason Albert, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bruno Sammartino, Hideo Itami, Sawyer Fulton, Carlito, Suicide, Bull Dempsey, Gunner, Kalisto, Ryback, Tyler Rex, Michael Cole, Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, Victor, Mojo Rawley, Santino Marella, Matt Hardy, Tom Pritchard, Alex Riley, Road Dogg, Jerry Lawler, Booker T, Jeff Jarrett, Goldust, Dean Malenko, Road Dogg, Aiden English, Percy Watson, David Hart Smith, Scott Hall, Noe Jose, Jerry the King Lawler, David Hart Smith, Blue Parallel, The Great Khali, Jim Neidhart, Jimmy Hart, Blake, Matt Morgan, Abyss, Finn Balor, Ricky Steamboat, Jerry Sags, Simon Gotch, Heath Slater, Chris Masters, Ty Dillinger, Norman Smiley, Rikishi, Mr. Anderson, Rhino, Larry Zbyszko, Ryback, Chavo Guerrero, another Larry Zbyszko, Harley Race, Kane, Mauro Ranallo, Bret the Hitman Hart, J.J. Dillon, Drake Wirtz, Tatanka, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Bobby Heenan signed on the back, Xavier Woods, Nikolai Volkov, Jack Swagger, Roderick Strong, Steve Corino, Jay Lethal, Suicide, Trent Beretta, Austin Aries, Kevin Nash, Teddy Long, James Storm, The Hurricane, Shane Thorne, Sergeant Slaughter, Nick Miller, Byron Saxton, Mike Chioda, Tommy Dreamer, Mick Foley, Eric Young, Typhoon, Christian, Cassius Ono, Mike Rome, Kazarian, Cody Rhodes, Aleister Black, TJP, Carl Anderson, Sheamus, Ricky Morton, Brian Kendrick, Alexander Wolf, Six-Pac, Tucker, Jimmy Uso, John Morrison, X-Pac, Tyler Breeze, Cowboy Bob Orton, Douglas Williams, Jay Uso, Garrett Bischoff, Chad Gable, JTG, Bobby Fish, Charles Robinson, Rey Mysterio, another Charles Robinson, Terry Funk, Hulk Hogan, The Miz, Eric Rowan through the mail, Samoa Joe, Hornswoggle, Teddy Long, Tito Santana, Hillbilly Jim, Corey Graves, The $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Jim Ross, Sting, Robert Roode, Road Warrior Animal, Kalen Croft, Stardust, Jimmy Valiant, Pat Patterson, Dolph Ziggler certified, Dolph Ziggler in person that I got at his comedy show, Baron Corbin, Bob Backlund, Kane, Tino Sabatelli, second binder of cards, got Sylvester Lafort, Zeb Coulter, Bam Neely, Magnus, Rob Van Dam, Mark Henry, Don Morocco, Lance Storm, Simon Gotch, Paul Ellering, Tully Blanchard, Luke Harper, autograph and shirt relic, Kama Mustafa, Sheamus, Leo Rush, Arn Anderson, TJP in person, Seth Rollins, Teddy Long signed parallel, Lex Luger, Rusev, Mustafa Ali, Kane in person, The Godfather, Drew McIntyre, Justin Roberts, Lex Luger, Barry Windham, Raul Mendoza, now known as Cruz del Toro, Jimmy Snuka, Devon Dudley, Barry Windham, Hernandez, Chad Gable, Matt Stryker, Ernest the Cat Miller, Kane, Tatanka, Curtis Axel, Billy Gunn, The Big Show, Chris Jericho, Danny Burch, Kip James, Fabian Eichner, Ricky Morton, Diamond Dallas Page, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jerry Sags, Daniel Bryan, Christopher Daniels, Kyle O'Reilly, Roman Reigns, Bobby Roode autograph and Matt Relic, another Ricky Morton, Frankie Kazarian, Sid Vicious, Johnny Gargano, Montez Ford, Akam, Sami Zayn, Andrade, Razor, Jinder Mahal, IRS, Rowe, Luke Gallows, Big Cass, Big E, Mick Foley, Duke the Dumpster Drozy, Bubba Ray Dudley, Goldust in person, Jeff Hardy, Bruno Sammartino, Dean Ambrose, another Goldust, William Regal, Drew McIntyre certified, Bushwhacker Luke, Scott Stanford, Braun Strowman, Sylvester Laporte, The Iron Sheik, General Adnan, Vance Archer, Aleister Black, Shinsuke Nakamura, Matt Riddle, Enzo Amore, Cedric Alexander, AJ Styles, Adam Rose, Apollo Crews, Kurt Hawkins, Ricochet, Eric, Finn Balor, Rhino, Sid Vicious, Jim Cornette, Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase, Jimmy Garvin, Hideo Itami, Teddy Long, blue bordered auto, Zack Ryder, Randy Orton, Fit Finley, Kamala, Mustafa Ali certified, Chuck Palumbo, The Miz, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, Kevin Owens, Michael Hayes, Haku, Dominic Dijakovic, Alberto Del Rio, Alexander Wolf, Carl Anderson auto and shirt relic, Damian Priest, Adam Cole, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Bobby Fish, Edge, Petey Williams, Otis, Finn Balor, Ty Dillinger, Killian Dane, Amazing Red, Sheamus autograph and Matt Relic, numbered I think 10 of 10, Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels, Booker T, there's a better Dean Malenko, Vladimir Kozlov, Mike Kanellis, Afa, Rey Mysterio, Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, William Regal, Andrade, Mankind, John Morrison, Slick, Funaki, Honky Tonk Man, Titus O'Neil, Pete Dunne, The Miz, Terry Funk, Baron Corbin through the mail, Bobby Roode, Kushida, Bobby Lashley, Heath Slater, Kurt Hawkins, Oni Lorcan, Joey Styles, Dash Wilder, Kalisto, Stan Lane, Samir Singh, Leo Rush, Velveteen Dream, Tommy Dreamer, Bob Orton, Lindsay Dorado, No Way Jose autograph and shirt, Carl Anderson, Baron Corbin, Angel Garza, Ted DiBiase, Bo Dallas, Cowboy Bob Orton again, Dominic Dijakovic, The Warlord, Angelo Dawkins, Bret Hart, Adam Cole, Ken Shamrock, Damian Sandow, Sanjay Dutt, Constable Baron Corbin, Ty Dillinger via AEW, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Primo, Papa Shango, Zack Ryder in person, Mike Kanellis, Carl Anderson in person, IRS, Devon Dudley, Drake Maverick, Scott Dawson, Luke Gallows in person, IRS, Mike Rotunda, Bobby Lashley, Keith Lee, Mojo Rawley, Samoa Joe, Ricochet, Terry Taylor, Ludwig Kaiser when he was Marcel Barthol, Arturo Ruas, Bronson Reed, Buddy Murphy, Cameron Grimes, Paul Ellering, Bob Orton, Carlito, Carl Anderson, Fandango, Larry Zbyszko, Bobby Fish, Rick Steiner, Devon Dudley, Jay Uso, Buddy Murphy in person, Tommy Dreamer, Santos Escobar, Billy Gunn, Zack Ryder, Topps Platinum. I like these Topps Platinum cards because of the way they turn out when they're signed. Victor, Connor, Luke Gallows, Shannon Moore, Kurt Angle, Bo Dallas in person, Braun Strowman in person, Zack Ryder, Jerry Briscoe, Carl Anderson in person, Howard Finkel, Timothy Thatcher, Booker T, Mr. Anderson, Ezekiel Jackson, Robert Stone, Elijah Burke, Eric Rowan, Jackson Riker, Ty Dillinger, Arya Davari, Robert Stone, Santos Escobar through the mail, EC3, Karrion Kross, Ted DiBiase Jr., Mark Henry autograph and shirt relic, Sylvain Grenier, Super Crazy, Humberto Carrillo, Ashanti the Adonis, Carl Anderson autograph and matte relic, Dominic Mysterio, Hornswoggle, Neville, MVP, Rusev, Darren Young, Karrion Kross, Sunil Singh, Joaquin Wilde, Mace, Santos Escobar Green Parallel, Bray Wyatt, Karrion Kross in person, Kofi Kingston in person, Austin Theory, Ron Simmons, Kurt Hawkins Parallel, John Morrison through the mail, LA Knight, Ridge Holland, Carl Anderson, Matt Morgan, Unico, Vito, Albert, Rhino, Damian Priest, Kalisto, Orange Cassidy, Evan Bourne, Lindsay Dorado, Greg Valentine, John Morrison, Heath Slater, Claudio Castagnoli, aka Cesaro, Sanjay Dutt in person, Jimmy Wang Yang, Val Venus, Stu Grayson, Dax Harwood, JBL, Tony Schiavone, Dante Chen, Malik Blade, Julius Creed, Dominic Dijakovic through the mail, T-Bar, Damian Sandow Undisputed, Wes Lee, Josh Briggs, Sergeant Slaughter in person, Seth Rollins, Mr. Anderson, Montez Ford, John Morrison, Tyler Breeze, Eric Rowan certified, Jordan Devlin, Lucky Cannon signed on the back, Finn Balor, Von Wagner, Buddy Murphy, another John Morrison, Omos, Wes Lee, Trent Seven, Zion Quinn, T-Bar, Colt Cabana, Odyssey Jones, Kalen Croft, Buddy Murphy, Orlando Jordan, Jimmy Hart, Tully Blanchard on an AEW card, Tino Sabatelli, Apollo Crews, Jason Jordan, Wesley Blake, Giovanni Vinci, Buddy Murphy through the mail, Johnny Devine, Drew Gulak, Top Dollar, William Regal, Super Crazy, Kit Wilson, Jordan Devlin through the mail, Trick Williams, Joaquin Wild, Omos, Tyler Breeze, Tyson Kidd, Madcap Moss, Wolfgang, A-Kid, another Cesaro, Drake Maverick, Surted, Dash Wilder, Nova, Aiden English, Autograph and Shirt Relic, Kip Sabian, Zion Quinn through the mail, Akira Tozawa, Sin Cara, another Tyson Kidd, Apollo Crews, Autograph and Shirt Relic, Jeff Hardy, Alex Shelley, Jimmy Rave, another Sin Cara, Elton Prince, Mansoir, Dante Chen out of 99, Sanga out of 99, Garza out of 99, Mark Andrews, Giovanni Vinci, Dante Chen through the mail, Road Dogg, Karrion Kross, Don Morocco, Shannon Moore, Dante Chen to 49, David Otunga, Jesse Goddard, Butch, Massey, Tony D'Angelo, Brian Pillman Jr., Danny Burch in person, Zach Gibson, Samoa Joe, Homicide, Cruz del Toro, Jack Corpella, and Flip Gordon. So those are my signed cards. Next, I'm going to show you guys the posters I have in my collection. First one I have is from an AML wrestling show I got going. It's numbered 15 of 150. It's signed by George South. Next one I have is from Omega Championship Wrestling presents Support the Sport at Eastwake High School. Signed by Caleb Conley, Preston Quinn, Lewis Moore, Cedric Alexander, Caprice Coleman, Trevor Lee, Rick Converse, Casey Carlisle, Rebby Sky, don't know who that is in the middle, Steve Carino, C.W. Anderson, Matt Hardy, and the Hurricane. And this is my most recent poster I got added to my collection. This is from AML Wrestling Confrontation, June 25th of this year. I have it signed by Tommy Wildfire Rich, Jacob Fatu, Martin Stone, aka Danny Burch, the Beer City Bruiser, and Brian Malonis as the Bouncers, Brian Pillman Jr., Ari Alexander, Angelina Love, Psycho Boy Fodder, Joey Janela, and Speedball Mike Bailey from Impact. Next, I have two signed t-shirts. First one is signed by Sami Zayn. They sold that at a WWE show many years ago. And the other one is signed by Robbie E., now known as Mr. Stone in NXT. Next, I'll show you guys the index cards I have. Got Nick Jackson from the Young Bucks, Tito Santana, Antonio Thomas from the Heartthrobs, Carlito, Matt Hardy, The Warlord, Dana Brooke, Evan Bourne, Finn Balor, Ty Dillinger, Scott Dawson, Emma, Dixie Carter, The Warlord, Miss Tessmacher, Rebby Sky, Gangrel, Crowbar, Matt Jackson, Goldberg, Truth Martini, Jason Ayers, Devin Taylor, Cameron, Jack Corpella, Connor from the Ascension, Raquel Rodriguez as Raquel Gonzalez, Jim Duggan, Chad Gable, Ricky Steamboat, Nia Jax, Shane McMahon, Cameron, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Finn Balor, Mickey James, Dixie Carter, Dominic Dijakovic, Trinity from ECW, Jim Ross, Gangrel, Kurt Hawkins, Hulk Hogan, Matt Hardy, Tom Pritchard, Teddy Long, Tyler Rex, Tully Blanchard, Ronda Rousey, and Bret the Hitman Hart. Next, I'll show you guys the comic books I have signed. There's not that many of them. First one I have is Goldust, Jimmy Hart, Kane, China, Dude Love, Booker T on his comic book, G.I. Bro, Sting, Ron Simmons, Kurt Angle, Cesaro, Ricky Morton, another one of China, Mickey James, Kevin Nash, Zack Ryder, Lex Luger, and Dean Ambrose. Next I'll show you guys the program I have. I only have 2 autos in here. First one is AJ Styles. You can kind of see the outline of it. It was signed in a really crappy gold marker. And then the other one I have in here is not on that page. Try and find it. The other one I have in here is Mustafa Ali. Next I have magazines. First one is signed by Candice Michelle, Kurt Angle, Mark Marrow, Sonny, and the last one I have signed is signed by Maria Kanellis. So that's that. Next I'll show you guys the figures I have that aren't signed, that are signed that are not on my wall because I just haven't, either A, haven't gotten the chance to hang them up, or B, they can't fit on my wall. First one I have is the Legends of Lucha Libre Juventud Guerrera figure. $1 Million Man Teddy DiBiase flashback. Tito Santana Classic Superstars. And then the last one I have is a Defining Moments figure signed by Sting. I do have a Defining Moments figure signed by Ric Flair somewhere. Sorry about that, guys. Whatever, I'll fix that later. I do have a Defining Moments figure signed by Ric Flair somewhere. I just can't find it in my room at the moment. Next, I'll show you guys the encyclopedias, because that's going to take another long portion of this video, I'm sure. This is the second edition that I'm starting with. I have quite a few autos in this book. Got Atom Bomb, Al Perez, Al Snow, Aldo Montoya, Alundra Blaze, Ron Simmons on the APA, Ariel, Armando Estrada, The Barbarian, Baron Von Raschke, Barry Windham, Batista, Big Man Steel, The Big Show, Billy Gunn, The Blue Meanie, Bob Backlund, Bobby Heenan, Bobby Lashley, The Boogeyman, Booker T, Arn Anderson on the Brainbusters, Bret Hart, Brooke, Brooklyn Brawler, Brutus Beefcake, Bushwhacker Luke, Butterbean, Big Stevie Cool, Candice Michelle, Carlito, Kalen Croft, Chavo Guerrero, Cherry, Chris Masters, Christian, Cody Rhodes, Cowboy Bob Orton, Kurt Hawkins, Dan the Beast Severn, Darren Young, David Hart Smith, Dean Douglas, Dean Malenko, Deborah, Axe and Smash, Derek Bateman, Desiree Peterson, Diamond Dallas Page, Diesel, D'Lo Brown, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, the Dudley Boys, Eden Styles, aka Brandy Rhodes, Elijah Burke, Evico, Eric Bischoff, Ernest Miller, Eugene, Evan Bourne, Brooke on Extreme Expose, Ezekiel Jackson, The Fabulous Freebirds, Flash Funk, Frankie Kazarian, Gail Kim, Gangrel, Mean Gene, George South, Gilbert, The Godfather, Henry Godwin, Goldust, The Goon, Grandmaster Sexay, The Great Khali, Greg Valentine, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Haku, Hardcore Holly, Harley Race, The Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher, Heath Slater, Tom Pritchard, Hornswoggle, The Hurricane, The Iron Sheik, IRS, Ivan Koloff, Ivan Putski, Ivory, Jack Swagger, Jacqueline, Jake the Snake, Jazz, Jeff Hardy, Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Lawler, Jillian, Jim Cornette, Jim Ross, Jimmy Hart, Jimmy Snuka, Jimmy Wang Yang, Joey Mercury, JBL, John Morrison, Johnny Parisi, JTG, Judy Martin, Justin Credible, Justin Gabriel, Caitlin, Kama Mustafa, Kane, Katie Lee Burchell, Kelly Kelly, Ken Shamrock, Kenny Dykstra, Kevin Sullivan, Kevin Thorne, Karma, Kid Cash, B. Brian Blair, King Kong Bundy, Coco Beware, Kurt Angle, Lance Storm, Larry Zabisco, Layla, Leilani Kai, Road Warrior Animal, Lex Luger, Lillian Garcia, Lita, D'Lo Brown on Lowdown, Luke Gallows, Maria, Marty Jannetty, The Masked Superstar, Matt Hardy, Matt Stryker. I'm going to be getting Maven to sign that spot next month. Maxine, Molina, Juventud Guerrera on the Mexicools, Mick Foley signed as Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love, Mickey James, Mike Knox, The $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Miss Kitty, Molly Holly, The Mountie, Mr. Hughes, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, The Nasty Boys, Ron Simmons and Kama Mustafa. Nikolai Volkov. The One Man Gang. Papa Shango. Paul Ellering. Paul Orndorff. PJ Walker. The Barbarian. Primo. Raven. Razor Ramon. Rene Dupree. Rey Mysterio. Rhino. Ricky Steamboat. Ric Flair. Stevie Richards. Rikishi. Rob Conway. Rob Van Dam. Crap. Sorry, guys. You had to see my ugly mug. Rocky Johnson. Rodney Mack. Ron Simmons. Rosie. Saba Simba. Sabu. The Sandman. Scott Steiner. Shad Gaspard. Sergeant Slaughter. Shane Douglas. Shannon Moore. Charmel. Sheamus. Shelton Benjamin. Sid Vicious. Skip Sheffield, aka Ryback. Kenny and Mikey from the Spirit Squad. Stan Lane. Stevie Richards. Sonny. Super Crazy. Getting Tajiri to sign this later this year. I'm super excited. Tatanka. Terry Runnels. Terry Funk. Teddy Long. Tito Santana. Tommy Dreamer. Tony Atlas. Grandmaster Sexy. Brian Christopher. Tori Wilson. Trish Stratus. Tugboat. Tyson Kidd. The Ultimo Dragon. Jay Uso. Vader. Jimmy Valiant. Vance Archer. Vicky Guerrero. Victoria. The Warlord. Alpha and Sika. And then the last one in here I have is X-Pac. So that's the second edition encyclopedia. Now for the fourth. Abe Knuckleball Schwartz. Alistair Black. Connor and Victor, The Ascension. Austin Aries. Bill DeMott. Braun Strowman. Brooke, the Brooklyn Brawler. Candice Michelle. Carlito. Cesaro. Chavo Guerrero. Chelsea Green. Chris Masters. Danny Burch. Darren Young. David Hart Smith. Doink. Drew McIntyre. Ember Moon. Brooke on Extreme Expose, Fandango, Francine, Gail Kim, George South, Heath Slater, Brooklyn Brawler on the Heenan family page, Hornswoggle, The Hurricane, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce as the Iconics, Jacqueline, Jackson Riker, Jazz, Jean-Pierre Lafitte, also known as PCO, Jeff Jarrett, John Morrison, Kim Chi, Kofi Kingston, Kurt Angle, Sylvain Grenier on La Resistance, Lince Dorado, Lillian Garcia, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, Mark Mero, Maria Kanellis, Melina, Mercedes Martinez, Mickey James, Mike Kanellis, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Miss Kitty, Molly Holly, Mr. Kennedy, Murphy, Paul Ellering, Paul Roma, Ricky Steamboat, Ruby Riott, Sami Zayn, Scott Steiner, Sergeant Slaughter, Shannon Moore, Shayna Baszler, Sin Cara, Sonya Deville, Summer Rae, Sunny, Sylvain Grenier, Terry Runnels, Tori Wilson, Val Venus, Vicky Guerrero, Victoria, Wendy Richter, Zach Gowen, and Zack Ryder. And then the last part of this video is my 8x10s. Got Charlie Haas, Kenny King, Rusev, the Motor City Machine Guns, Wade Barrett, Elias, Tony Atlas, Chris Masters, Atom Bomb, The Godfather, Crimson, TJP, Tommy Dreamer, The Hurricane, C.W. Anderson, Mustafa Ali, another C.W. Anderson, Apollo Crews, Jonah, Josh Alexander, Carlito, Chris Masters, Tony Nese, PCO, Murphy. This is a mini poster signed by Shane Douglas, Caprice Coleman, The Rock and Roll Express, Buddy Murphy, The Infinite Man Tim, Colby Carino, and C.W. Anderson, Steve Macklin, Bobby Fish, The Ascension, Gallows and Anderson, Eric Rowan, Pentagon, Zack Ryder, Mike Bennett, Mike Knox, Tucker, Damian Priest, Sylvain Grenier, Paul London, David Otunga, Bill Goldberg, Mike Knox, Eugene, Tyler Rex, Zack Ryder, R-Truth, Sin Cara, Tony Nese, TJP, Ming, Lex Luger, Rhino, Marty Jannetty, Mr. Hughes, James Storm, Justin Gabriel, Matt Taven, Lindsay Dorado, Carl Anderson, Trey Miguel, Heath Slater, Chris Sabin in person, Ethan Page, Crime Time, The Dudleys, LAX, Rodney Mack, Falaba, The Great Muda, Sonny Ono, Kaz Hayashi, Ethan Page, Sid Vicious, D.H. Smith, Raven, Lance Archer, Rob Terry, Edge, Chavo Guerrero, J.J. Dillon, Willie Mack, X-Pac, Super Crazy, another Super Crazy, Kevin Owens, D.H. Smith, Shelly Martinez and Kevin Thorne, Gangrel, Jimmy Hart, John Morrison, Demolition, Jimmy Garvin, James Ellsworth, Jeff Cobb, Dalton Castle, Mark Henry, nice shot of him jumping down on Khali, Austin Aries, Braun Strowman, the Young Bucks and Adam Page, Cody Rhodes, Marty Scurll, Jay Lethal, Cedric Alexander, Vampiro, Jack Stain and Crimson, Mil Mascaras, Houston Carson, James Storm, Sanjay Dutt, Cody Rhodes, Sting, Alberto Del Rio, Karrion Kross, Jerry Lawler, Abyss, Matt Morgan, George Steele, Tyson Kidd, Ted DiBiase Jr., Jonathan Coachman, Joel Gertner, Matt Hardy, The Blue Meanie, Roman Reigns, Sanjay Dutt, Brian Hebner, Todd Kennelly, Magnus, Gunner, Finn Balor, Matt Hardy, Matt Stryker, Justin Credible, Sergeant Slaughter, New Jack, Crimson, D'Lo Brown, Kurt Angle, Kid Cash, Caprice Coleman, Robbie E, Jimmy Hart, EC3, Kevin Nash, RVD, Jeff Hardy, Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton, Greg Valentine, Animal, Tommy Dreamer, Jerry Lynn, Seth Rollins, Ricky Steamboat, Shane Douglas, Chase Stevens, Buff Bagwell, Crowbar, Stevie Richards, Scotty Riggs, Truth Martini, Brutal Bob Evans, Kenny Dykstra, Mosh and Thrasher together. These are just jobber photos. Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, Adam Cole, Antonio Thomas, Jim Ross, Jimmy Hart, Tully Blanchard, George South, Savio Vega, and the Warlord and the Barbarian. And then back here, I have a magazine signed by Jeff Hardy. So that's binder number 1 of 8x10s, and I have 1.5 more. Next one I have here, I just started recently. Got Ricochet, Damian Sandow, Gangrel, Brian Pillman Jr., Paul Ellering, The Mountie, Chris Sabin, Paul Roma, Kazarian, SCU, Arn Anderson, SCU Group Poster, Devon Dudley, Conan, Shane Douglas, Tommy Dreamer, Evan Bourne WWE Promo, Crime Time, Chris Masters, The Boogeyman, Mr. Kennedy, Teddy Long, Johnny Parisi, Raphael King, Rey Mysterio, Booker T, Santino Marella, El Torito, Brian Cage, Eli Drake, Karrion Kross, Ron Simmons, MVP, Marty the Moth, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, Simon Gotch, Psychosis. And then last thing I have is my female wrestler not encyclopedias, 8x10s, and I'll breeze through these pretty quick. Got Alicia Fox, Michelle McCool, Beth Phoenix, Kelly Kelly, Gail Kim, Cherry, Christy Hemme, Jillian Hall, Layla, Natalia, Summer Rae, Carmella, Vicky Guerrero, Lillian Garcia, Candice Michelle, Liv Morgan, Lita, Molly Holly, Maurice, Rosa, Francine, Jazz, Rhea Ripley, Crystal Marshall, Shotzi and Tegan Knox, B-Fab, Melina, Maria, Lacey Von Erich, Terry Runnels, Layla from when I met her at WrestleCon, Deonna Purrazzo, Taya Valkyrie, Jacqueline, Velvet Sky, Lady Frost, Molly Holly, Jordan Grace, another Taya Valkyrie, Jessica Havoc, Gia Miller, Maria Kanellis, Miss Tessmacher, Velvet Sky, Scarlett Bordeaux, Katrina, Melina, Eva Marie, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Dana Brooke, Kelly Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Ember Moon, Sunny, Maurice, Candice Michelle, Ruby Riott, Jazz, Rachel Ellering, Lana, Alundra Blaze, Vicky Guerrero, Layla from a virtual signing, Camille, Stacy the Cat Carter, Francine, another Rachel Ellering, Victoria, The Iconics, Red Velvet, Taya, Karen Jarrett, Wendy Richter, Sarah Logan, Eve, Nia Jax, Alexa Bliss, Tiffany, Rosa Mendez, Tamina, Mickey James, Victoria, Tori Wilson, Rachel Ellering, Jade, Chelsea Green, Caitlin and AJ, Madison Rain, Taya, Kiera Hogan, Sue Young, Velvet Sky, Dixie Carter, Miss Tessmacher, Mickey James, ODB, Angelina Love, ODB again, Jordan Grace, Brooke, Taya. Taya, I have a ton of stuff signed by because I'm friends with her. Winter, Lady Tapa, Rosemary, SoCal Val, Tessa Blanchard, Sarita, Rosita, Angelina Love, Rebel, Christy Hemme, Gail Kim, Madison Rain, Havoc, Rebel again, Allie, Evilise, Maria Manic, Tessa Blanchard, Chelsea, Renee Michelle, Savannah Evans, Veda Scott, Katie Forbes, Daphne, Thunder Rosa, Amber O'Neill, Camille Brickhouse, Devin Taylor, Katie Lee Burchell when she was with WoW, Casey Carlisle, Santana Garrett, Britt Baker, Andrea, Barbie Hayden, Devin Nicole, Faye Jackson, Tennille Dashwood, Mandy Leone, Taylor Hendricks, Faye Jackson, Kelly Klein, another Mandy Leone, another Kelly Klein, and Tennille Dashwood. And the rest of these are just independent girls from way back when. Oh, here's a preprint of, well, not a preprint, but from Brie and Nikki Bella. There's Jessie McKay, well, Jessica Carr when she was Jessie K. And then I have an autograph of Big Swole from formerly of AEW. So guys, that wraps up my monstrosity of an autograph collection as of today, Friday, July 7th, 2023. Thanks for watching.